what makes the difference.
Yes, sir.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise God for our pastor being here.
Yes.
Even in his aches and pains.
Yes.
You might not know this. You ought to feel your pastor.
Yes, Lord.
Lord Jesus.
Come on, man. Come on. Just do this. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. Go on and get it off. Get it off. Get it off. The devil trying to put something on our shoulder.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Shake it off.
But the anointing of God
Yes.
destroys that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're walking around with that weight.
Lord,
Walking around like that.
release it.
Straighten up and fall off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother Red, you have horses.
Yes, sir.
Can't ride the horses. You can ride the horse as long as it's on 4 legs, huh?
All right.
But if it stand up,
Can't get on him.
can't ride him that way. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
I told the devil he can't ride me this morning. No room for it. I just want somebody to abide on the inside. Let's get to the word of God. Thank you, Lord. Satan thought he had me this morning.
Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus.
Come on here.
I got victory. Victory. Oh, bless the Lord. Thank you, God. If you will, we go to Luke the 19th chapter.
All right. All right.
We praise God for that beautiful woman being in the house.
Amen.
Yeah.
Look at it. She won't look up here. Yeah, look up here. Probably right my wife. 32 years. Thank you, Lord. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Had it not been for the Lord who was on my side, where would I be? You see, he gave me the mind
Yes, sir. Yes,
who
sir.
to look for,
That's it. Go ahead.
what to look for,
Yeah.
how to look for. That's the reason he said, acknowledge the Lord in all thy ways, and lead not to your own understanding. Say, he will direct your path. Thank you, Lord.
Hallelujah. Yes,
But in Luke, the 19th chapter,
Yes, sir.
beginning at the first verse.
Yes, sir.
And Jesus entered and passed through Jericho. Okay. And behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus,
Yeah.
which was the chief among the publicans.
He was the chief of them.
And he was rich.
Yeah.
And he sought to see Jesus, who he was,
All right.
and could not for the press,
Yeah.
because he was little of stature.
Uh-huh.
And he ran before
Yeah.
and climbed up
Yeah.
into a sycamore
Yes,
tree
he did.
to see him, for he was to pass that way.
Yes.
And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said unto him, Zacchaeus,
Zacchaeus.
make haste
Yeah.
and come down,
Yeah.
for today
Today.
I must abide
Yeah.
at thy house.
Yeah.
And he made haste and came down and received him joyfully.
Yeah.
And when they saw it, they all murmured,
Uh-huh.
saying that he was going to be guest with a man that is a sinner.
Lord
Skip down to that 9th verse.
And Jesus said unto him,
Yeah.
this day is salvation come to this house, for as much as he also is the son of Abraham.
Yeah.
For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost.
Yeah.
All right. For though I preach the gospel I have nothing to glory of.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For necessity is laid upon me, and woe is unto me if I preach not this gospel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Amen. You may be seated.
Amen.
Preach the
Amen.
word, sir. Preach the word.
We praise God for our musicians this morning.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
The mind. We praise God for all of you being
Yes,
here.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
For that beautiful introduction. by my brother.
Yes, sir. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. What would we do without our brother?
Lord
Yes,
Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
We just want to talk from
Yes, sir.
the thought from that 5th verse.
Okay.
And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and saw him
Yeah.
and said unto him, Zacchaeus,
Zacchaeus.
make haste
Yeah.
and come down,
Come on down.
for today
Uh-huh.
I must abide
Yeah.
at thy house.
Speak, Lord Jesus.
We want to use that thought. I must abide
Yeah.
Must
Yeah.
abide.
at thy house.
As I have. Amen.
I must abide
Yes, Lord
I
Jesus.
must abide.
Speak the word, Lord
at thy
Jesus.
house. Who was Zacchaeus?
All right.
Zacchaeus, the Bible tells us he was son of Abraham.
Yeah. Yeah.
Abraham was a man of faith, was he not?
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, God.
But Zacchaeus, he was chief. He was a chief tax collector
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
at Jericho. And see, this is the way they made their living. They take from the poor to get rich.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah.
Take more than they needed to.
Yeah.
He knew he was doing wrong. But Zacchaeus was also an example
Yeah.
of Jesus' personal
Right.
earthly mission
Yes, sir. Preach the
to
word.
bring
sir.
salvation to the lost.
Yes, Jesus.
And he told him these words, and I love it. I love it. He said, make haste,
Make haste.
Yeah. Hurry up.
Do it quickly.
come down.
Come on down.
Yeah.
For today I must abide
Yeah.
at thy house.
Yeah.
Now there is a difference in someone abiding at your house and just visiting your house.
Come on.
Is
yeah.
there not?
Yeah, yeah.
Someone visiting your house, you can just open the door and
Uh-huh.
tell them, have a seat.
Lord
Yeah.
Jesus. Lord Jesus.
Have something to drink.
Yeah.
Next few minutes, they're gone.
Bye.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
But he said today, I must abide
I must abide.
at thy house.
Yes, sir. Preach the word, sir. Preach.
What does this abide mean? It means to remain.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It means I must stay here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to continue at this residence.
Come on. Speak, Lord Jesus.
I want to stay.
Yes, Lord Jesus.
I want to stay. But we have so many excuses today,
Lord Jesus, help us. Help us.
just as Zacchaeus did.
Yeah.
He heard about Jesus.
Yeah.
And today we've heard about Jesus so many days,
Yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
many years.
Yes, sir.
Coming up, we've heard about him.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes, I heard the preacher preach about it.
Yes, Lord Jesus.
He really got that.
Yes, Lord Jesus.
That preacher was something else.
Lord Jesus.
But what do you remember about Jesus?
Right. Uh-huh.
That makes the difference.
Yes, sir.
Now Zacchaeus was so interested because he had heard that Jesus had healed the demon-possessed boy.
Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus.
The one that was throwing himself into the fire
Right. Yeah.
and then back into the water.
A lunatic.
That mother ran
Yeah.
and said, my son
Yeah.
is doing crazy things.
Yeah.
Jesus came and healed him.
Yes, sir.
Zacchaeus heard about it.
Preach the
Yeah.
word. Preach the word.
And then there was a woman with an issue of blood.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
She knew she was sick.
Yeah.
Sick for a long time.
Yeah.
In Luke, the 8th chapter, 45th verse, she just touched the hem of his garment.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You ought to have so much of Jesus on the inside
Come on. Yeah.
that someone can just touch or just see the Jesus in.
Yeah. Come on.
Because he said, be a light.
Yeah.
You all right?
Be a light.
Yes, yes.
And then they come to you.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And then you give God the glory. Thank you, Lord. Zacchaeus heard about it.
Yes, sir.
And then he heard that he had fed the 5,000.
Yeah.
Well, how can somebody do this?
Yeah.
This is just a man.
Lord Jesus.
But I'm hearing so much about him.
Come on.
I got to get to know him for myself.
Yeah.
That's what you ought to be saying today.
Yeah.
I need to know him for myself.
Yeah.
It's personal. It's personal.
Hallelujah.
I need to know him for myself.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Jesus talked in many crowds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But seemed like every time Zacchaeus wanted to get to know him,
All right. All right.
Come on.
seemed like the crowd just overwhelmed and he looked up and said, I can't see who he is. I can't see him. So you got to use wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to get out of the crowd.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Zacchaeus was trying to separate himself, or trying to make himself, trying to sanctify himself
Yes.
above all things. Oh yes, you can do it. You can sanctify yourself.
Yeah.
You can do it. You got a part to do, and then God will do the other part.
That's right. You sure right. Come on.
Because the scripture said, sanctify yourself.
That's right.
And then the very God of peace will sanctify you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Complete.
When you sanctify yourself wholly.
Yes. Thank you,
Preach,
Lord.
sir.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
But Zacchaeus, he said, this what I'm going to do.
What?
I'm going to run ahead of the crowd.
Uh-huh.
See, everywhere Jesus goes, I notice that the crowd is following.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
But I'm going to run ahead of the crowd. And I'm going to climb into me a sycamore tree.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
You see, a sycamore tree is very distinguishable.
Uh-huh.
All sycamore trees didn't grow very, very, very tall.
Right.
I mean, some of them have limbs at the bottom.
Right.
They're very camouflaging.
Yes.
See, Zacchaeus knew what he was doing.
Uh-huh.
Taking money from the people.
Come
Lord
on.
Jesus. Robin.
Knew what he was doing. He knew his life.
Wow.
And I'm sure you know your life.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I don't care how you say, Ella, ooh, that's some kind of preacher. That's some kind of man.
Yeah.
But when I look in the mirror, I know myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the reason why I can say, Lord,
Lord.
here I am.
Come on.
Here I am.
Yeah. Come on.
I need more.
Yeah.
When I pray, I pray, Lord, forgive me. Because you don't know my thoughts, but God does. And I know my thoughts. That's the reason I love to shake him off.
Come on.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
See, today I must abide in God. I don't want to just come and get a drink.
Yeah.
myself.
Help us, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord.
Help us, Lord Jesus.
Now I'm looking at the 5th verse. And when Jesus come to the place, he looked up and saw Jesus and saw him and said unto him, Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus.
You see, when you get in the position to receive God,
Yes.
he's not going to just say you.
Come on.
But he's going to call you by your name.
Yeah.
Call you by your name.
He might say, Eva. I see what you've been going through.
Hallelujah.
My Lord is.
Yes, yeah.
And you've been wanting to know who I am. Do you want to know who he is today? Good God Almighty. But he called him by his name and said, Zacchaeus, come down. He said, make haste. Be quick. In a hurry. Come down. Time is passing by. I must abide in my house.
Yes, sir.
When I abide at your house,
Come on.
thank you, Lord.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You see, the Lord, Zacchaeus could have made many excuses like we do.
Yeah.
Mankind are full of excuses.
Yeah.
Could have said, Lord,
Lord.
I have only a 1-bedroom. There's no room in my house. That's the reason God told us in Romans 12:1. Say, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body as a living sacrifice. And I gotta back up there because I said as a living sacrifice. But he said present your body a living sacrifice.
Yes, sir.
Holy,
Holy.
acceptable unto the Lord, which is your reasonable service. Don't have to be that big, but I want to use you. I must abide at your house. Because in your house, men can see the good works. As long as I'm abiding there. As long as I'm abiding there. The light can shine. Thank you, Lord. Zacchaeus could have came with the excuse. But people already know who I am. They know I've been stealing from them. I've been taken. And there's no food in my pantry. That could have been one of the excuses. But I can hear him say to Zacchaeus in 1 Samuel 16 and 7-8. 7b says, for the Lord seeketh not as man seeth, that look on the heart. Thank you, Lord. Zacchaeus, the Bible says he made haste and came on down. Thank you, Lord. And when you obey the Lord, when you make haste, when you do it in a hurry and come down, God can come in and work things out. Thank you, Lord. Just as he did with the woman with the issue of blood, you'll get to know who he is. Oh, bless your name, Lord. Thank you, Lord. But the very main thing, Zacchaeus stood and said, Lord, behold, the half of my goods I give to the poor. And that which I've taken from every man falsely, I restore him fourfold. You see, the Bible tells us to love not in word, but in deed and in truth. For we can talk the word, but we gotta walk the word. That's what Zacchaeus began to do. He said, I don't want this. I don't want the worldly things, but I want what Jesus had. As Peter told the sick man, say, silver and gold have I none, but such as I have I give to thee. When you receive it, when you receive it, you'll have a transformed mind. Your mind won't be the same. You begin to do things different. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. He said, come down for the day I must abide at your house. You see, if you let him abide at your house, you shouldn't have any excuses, because the Bible tells us, oh man, thou art inexcusable now, because Jesus came, bled and died for us. He was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. Chastisement of our peace, was upon him. And all those illnesses we had, those illnesses in sin, those illnesses of backbiting, those illnesses of gossip,